Hi everyone, it's Pamela. How are you? Please subscribe below if you are a new visitor here. And for everybody else who's back, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. I love you so much. And I release new videos every Monday, every Sunday, and usually somewhere in between. Also, I am offering chart readings now on my website, misspamelaxoxo.com. Please book a private reading with me and check that out. And so, speaking of opening Pandora's box, let's talk about the moon in Scorpio. Beyonce, Bob Marley, Nelson Mandela, Charlie Chaplin, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Scarlett Johansson, Katy Perry, Mila Kunis, to name a few. Oh, Lady Gaga as well, to name a few. And so this is such an intense moon placement. When I was connecting to this energy before I started to make this video, I felt this intense hunger come over me, almost like I could eat and eat and eat, and I still wouldn't be full. And because it really isn't about eating, it's about feeling full, about truly opening and feeling what is happening in the moment when you've been through what someone with their moon in Scorpio has most likely been through or dreamt about, or maybe they have scientifically proven that trauma is passed down through genetics, so it could even be something in that realm. Usually, though, these people had very, very rough childhoods, to put it lightly, and it's usually because the mother had a very rough upbringing. Usually the mother went through quite a lot, and if that's not the case, then it's usually a case where the mother just didn't want to or physically couldn't take care of the child, for example. And so with that being said, this creates a few different things. First of all, this is really common for children who had imaginary friends, or children that were very much into the fantasy land, the fantasy play, the pretend play. But specifically with imaginary kinds of things becoming reality, or wanting these things so badly to be reality. And so a lot of these kids had to grow up very quickly. They almost couldn't wait to be an adult so that they could have their power back and make their own decisions. And with that being said, Moon in Scorpio is very much associated with power. Even with regards to sex, this is a very sexual moon placement. Some of the best lovers, by the way, some of the deepest lovers, because it's almost like they intuitively know what your body needs and they give it to you. However, they can use sex as almost like a power tool, which can be good or bad. I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for in this interaction with them, for example. The other thing with Moon in Scorpio is that I always hear people say that they are manipulative. And, I really want to talk about that, because I have two kind of, I don't want to say problems with that. I'll explain what I mean. Firstly, when you say that, it's kind of heavy in the assumption that other people are not manipulative, like they so much are, and other people are not. They actually understand the art of getting what they want, and they don't see manipulation as this horrible thing. They see it as they actually can just see something that other people can't, and they use it to their advantage. Now, depending whose hands that's in, I could see that maybe being something that's not great. However, to be honest with you, most of the Moon and Scorpio people that I know that do use that are not these people that everybody thinks they are. And the funny thing about it is Moon in Scorpio is often spoken about as almost like the manipulator, like the doer of. And actually, these people are some of the most susceptible to manipulation, because once you're in, you're in. And you're in for life. Once they say that they trust you, they really put themselves in very vulnerable positions, or they can. And so my suggestion to these people is you have to make sure that you surround yourself with people that really are good people, that have a good intention and have the same core beliefs as you. Just from that standpoint of making sure that you're in these healthy situations. Do you have the same spiritual beliefs? And not only do you have them, do those people act with varying degrees in alignment with them? And even if it's not spirituality, just even a certain moral code, do those people understand death the way that you do, and pain, and what it really means to be alive? And if they don't, well, I'm sorry, they're going to have to wait out on the sidelines if you want to really keep your sanity here. And with that being said, these are the witches of the zodiac in a lot of ways. They are immaculate spellcasters. And I mean, I'm not talking about like witchcraft. I'm talking about, everything that they speak comes into fruition, whether you like it or not. So make sure that the actions that you take in life are always in alignment with what your highest goal is, Scorpio, because this is also a sign of secrets, emotional secrets. And the snow always melts. There are no secrets. How you act when no one's watching is exactly how you act, and people do know. A Scorpio person can look at you and open your brain and your soul and your body visually and mentally, and they can see you almost as a circuit board. And they know which wires are connecting to which wires, and which ones need to maybe be changed, or which ones they might want to change, for example. And they are very skilled at this. They are very skilled in the art of psychology. And they're amazing researchers and detectives and writers. And they're so creative and storytellers. And they're really here to give us our life back through this experience of pain and death, and really just kind of opening Pandora's box and stepping in there, swimming in it and loving it and enjoying it, making good friends with it as a way to own it and not have those things own us. And when you think about Scorpio, you think about the scorpion. And in this position, I really think it's more like the phoenix, the rebirth, not so much just that pain, the death, but that actual rebirth of it. What was the purpose of what you've seen, Moon in Scorpio? What could it possibly be? Could there possibly have been a purpose for this? Who can you help that you wouldn't have been able to help if this wasn't your life? And that's where you'll probably find your answer, because you are so powerful that it's easy to not truly understand how powerful you are and how powerful your words and your actions actually are. So you are a committed person. These people are very committed, or they can be. Let's say you got to look at the whole chart, and they really want that deep love, that deep relationship. They want deep passion, like go big or go home, and that's it. And they really get obsessive over it because it's so required. They won't take anything less. And good for you, Moon in Scorpio. I don't see that as being anything other than real. And so, with that being said, the moon not only represents the mother, it also represents the spouse in a man's or the more masculine person's chart. So, this could represent a spouse who might, in the lower energy, be a bit possessive or jealous. In the higher energy, they are just very deep and very committed, and they very much there with you. They might be very spiritual or sexual, and they might want to grow deeply with you and have these rebirthing experiences with you, for example. And so, with that being said, if you have your moon in Scorpio and you haven't already studied things related to sexual energy, Scorpio rules the genitals, and tapping into that energy and moving it up your body to light up all of your chakras, not just the lower ones. You need to do that, moon in Scorpio, because if you're not doing that, then you're leaving the best part of you out in the cold. And I understand why you wouldn't maybe do that at first, considering this interesting situation that's been set up for you. And in my experience, that's usually how it goes. You know, to get over something, you actually don't need to get over it. You need to get in and through it. You need to own it and step into it and really feel it, and then you'll notice that you're magically able to release these things and create massive amounts of change in the world. So how do you feel yourself, moon in Scorpio? Do you feel yourself? Are you honest with it? These people are also great usually at investments and things like that as well. So let me know, do you have your moon in Scorpio? Are you in love with someone with their moon in Scorpio? Do you know someone with their moon in Scorpio? This is such a heavy karmic placement, and it's one of the most beautiful ones once you understand and you can taste the beauty in what is really there, and you're able to step into it. You can tell these people anything and they can handle it. And so, moon in Scorpio, you can handle your own demons as well and turn them into whatever it is that you so choose, and it will be beautiful. It will be magical. There was and there is a purpose for what you have experienced in this life and in your past lifetimes which brought you here. I promise you that. So whether it's day or night, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being the beautiful seers that you are. Please click here to subscribe to my channel. Please click here to watch my recent video, and please click here to check out my website where you can book a reading with me one-on-one if you so choose. So whether it's day or night, like I say, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.